Well, isn't this a curious sight, everybody? I am thrilled to be back, to be perfectly honest. It has been a commission to draw a bagger, big wins. Are we taking big wins out of context, chat? Hells yeah. Alright, let's cut the music. That was Remy Zero. I got really big into that album when I was in Wales. I didn't have it with me. I didn't buy it on this trip, but I happen to have a digital copy of it, and I was like, I am into it. I think it's time. 2024 was the year of their first album for me, and then 2025 was the second. 2026, of course, got to do their third and final. And I don't know. They always just seem to show up at the right time. I was worried that, because the first two meant so much to me that I would listen to the third and be like, oh, this sucks. It does not. It's very, very good. It's a little bit less mystical and strange than their first two. It's more kind of like, I don't know, I hear it compared to U2 a lot. Travis also. They toured with Travis, if you remember Travis at all. But hello, everybody. It is your boy, Marito. How's it going? How's been eternity since I fucking streamed last? I was in Wales. I was in Wales for a little bit longer than I anticipated I would be. Thanks to, it's bad getting flights in and out of the U.S. right now. It's really fucking bad. But I did make it home. I made it home safely. The last day, which was Sunday, was insane. So already my flight was delayed by 1 day. Actually, I think it was canceled, and then it got rescheduled for the next day. It was a flight onto... Because I fly in and out of Newark. So if you don't know the U.S. at all, even worse when the Dragon from the Flag stops planes. We had to book another night in the travel lodge. It was crazy. Anyway, so it was I fly in and out of Newark because I live like 10 minutes away from the New Jersey-Pennsylvania border. So I fly in and out of Newark. It's just the thing that makes sense. And my flight got canceled, and I had to... This is not mentioning the first cancellation. Hello, Triss. Hello, Kebby. Hello, Rourke. Sorry, I forgot to greet everybody. I got to do the thing where I actually acknowledge chat. Not everybody can play Stardew wonderfully and get away with not acknowledging chat. Unfortunately, I'm not quite that talented. So instead, I have to say hi to everybody. So hello, all of you wonderful people. I'm going to chat for a little bit before we get started, even though we're already 2 hours late. Just while I wait for some people to notice, and I don't expect everybody to pile in. I mean, I already know that Savannah is not going to be here, which is funny because Spyro was her game, but she is preparing to fly off herself, which is fucking crazy. So, my first cancellation happened in July, and I got booked on a flight. That was the next day, and some miscommunication with the person who was supposed to get me home, my mom, caused me to just cancel that flight and go back to Cardiff for another 3 weeks, which is what we did in 2024. I was just in shock, to be perfectly honest. I didn't eat much that week because I was just like, you say your goodbyes, you prepare to go back. Traveling is stressful, and then it gets ripped from you. You have all these plans. And it was a nightmare. I went back for 3 weeks. We had a good time, though. We always have a good time. I played a lot more PS1 games. And then we finally go back to London because we're going to fly back. I always go Heathrow to Newark, and then Newark to Heathrow, obviously. And with that, my flight gets canceled again and bumped to the next day. So it was supposed to be Saturday. It was not Saturday. And Kevy and I said, fuck it. Let's go to the biggest Waterstones. I was about to say the biggest Weatherspoons in Europe. I have Weatherspoons on the brain for separate reasons. No, Waterstones. The biggest bookstore in Europe is Waterstones in Piccadilly Circus. It was really fun. It was like 5 floors. It was crazy. But we just said, fuck it. We're going to go have a good day in London. And we did. And I had a good feeling about this next flight because there was no waking up at 5:30 in the morning to, your plane has been delayed because of a problem with the plane. That bullshit. Which got me with the first 2 flights. but it was a connecting flight from Chicago, so O'Hare. Now, I've never been to Chicago. The furthest west I have been is Ohio. I've never been to Chicago, so it was a little bit of a mess. So the way that this was going to work was I was going to fly in, so it was now an 8-hour flight, from Heathrow to O'Hare. I was going to go through customs, recheck my bag, go through security again, and then wait at the gate to transfer from O'Hare to Newark. And that was supposed to be in at like 3:30. It was 11 p.m. when I finally touched down in Newark. And then I had to do another hour. Oop, hello. Yes. Okay, yeah. Kebby is correcting me on the time scale. And Savannah is posting... sorry. She's posting photos of probably on the plane. Yeah, anyway. We got Spyro 4 announced while you were in Wales. Gonna say you arriving in Wales caused it. Savannah flipped her shit when she found out that Spyro 4 was coming out. She was like, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I've had dreams about Spyro 4. That's how she talks. She talks just like this. That's yummy hot dog. I don't give a damn what nobody says. That shit yummy. That's how she talks. Anyway. Hello. Hello, hello. How are we doing? We are good. We are good. I am back in the U.S. at long last. But yes. So, go through customs, recheck my bag, go through security, and that's yummy Spyro. Yeah. Yeah. And then finally touched down in Newark. I touched down at 11 p.m. in Newark. Actually, I think it was like 11:30. And then I had to do another hour because these motherfuckers put my bag on a plane that arrived at Terminal A in Newark, and I touched down in Terminal C. So, I had to take the air train. This was not an air train from C to A. This was an air train from C to B, B to A, each of which take 2 or 3 minutes, and then I had to walk another 10 minutes to actually get into Terminal A with the hope that I would be able to collect my bag. Now, I honestly wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to. My checked bag. Obviously, I had my backpack. But my checked bag, I wasn't actually sure if I was going to be able to. And the reason for that is that there are signs in the airport that tell you that once you hit a certain point, you cannot go back. And I'm like, is this the point past the baggage claim? It's not, thankfully. I did have to go to a United office and show somebody my passport. But what I want to emphasize, not that I'm a big United Airlines shill or anything, I'm not being paid, but it is surprisingly not their fault that all of this has happened. It has been storms constantly in the U.S., crazy thunderstorms, crazy wildfires from Canada. United has done the best that they possibly could have, and that is crazy given that it is a gigantic corporation that does not care if I die. So... that is impressive. Very impressive. But yeah, I kept getting delayed out of O'Hare. I got to O'Hare perfectly fine. I kept getting delayed out of O'Hare. We actually had to circle for an hour. We were in the plane, about to touch down, and he's like, yeah, so they're not letting us land. The captain, he comes on the intercom, and he's like, yeah, we're not allowed to land. I'm like, whoa, what? What? And it's because there were thunderstorms that were in Newark. This is what actually caused my initial flight to get canceled, by the way, with the storms. In the East Coast. There are storms now over Chicago, and they were limiting the amount of planes that could land because, of course, they're thunderstorms. So visibility is reduced, and obviously the plane can get struck by lightning. So for safety purposes, and of course the planes will attract lightning and potentially damage things at the airport. So they will limit the amount of people that can land at the airport. So we had to wait for another plane to land. First, we had to wait for the okay, then we had to wait for another plane to land, and then we could land. And I was worried I was going to miss my connection. I was fully expecting to just, like, it's a Monday thing. I'll get back on Monday. I don't care. I was in for the ride at that point. Kebby was perfectly home by that point, safe and sound. You know, I'm very glad. Good for her. Me, I'll be here another week. I don't care. I'm just going to sleep in the airport enjoying my $18 ham and cheese sandwiches because everything at an airport is ass expensive. But I did make it home. I made it home. We got home at like 2 a.m., which was great. And I packed some stuff. And yeah, it was good. It was really good. I finished unpacking today. And everything has been good. I've just been settling back in. And we are going to be doing streams again. And I had already intended to do this stream before I had left. But it's even more fitting because I have very much nothing prepared for this. We are going to be doing a game that I have already 100%ed. Which is actually, and I wish DCB was here because I really do value his opinion. And I value Savannah's opinion also on this. I value everybody else's opinion, but I value them more because they've beaten the game. Which version of Spyro 1 I should actually play? Because there's the English language version, which is fine. It's lovely. It's a great game. And then there's the Japanese one, which is notorious for being bizarrely gimped. The camera controls very strangely, and there's signs everywhere that we can't read because I don't speak moon runes. Sorry, chat. So, let me know. Do you want me to be confuzzled about Japanese Spyro, or do you want me to just play the normal one? Can I do a poll? Can we do polls? I can do polls. Wow. Audience engagement, let's go. So you have one vote for Yeehaw Spyro. This is a difficult choice. This is a very difficult choice. I couldn't pick. That's why I passed it over to you guys. We got 50-50 Yeehaw Spyro, Konnichiwa Spyro. What we got? Chat, you can't let me down here. I'm going to point the fan at me. I'm going to risk you guys having a noisy audio experience so I don't drip sweat the entire time we're streaming. Oh, very nice. So nice. So sweet. Alright, we're still 50-50. Because there's only two people that voted. And one person voted Yeehaw, the other person voted Japanese Spyro. I'll let that run for a minute or two. See if we got any other votes. I don't know. There's 3 concurrent viewers. Which means pretty much everybody who has voted who can vote has voted. I really wish DCB was here. He has no excuse. Oh, so nice. So sweet. Kebby votes count for 8 votes. Kebby votes count for 1 vote. I love Kebby. I will pin her messages every time, but she still only counts as 1 vote. And I don't even know which one she picked, to be clear. It doesn't let me see, I don't think. No, it doesn't. It just lets me end the poll. But yes. Boh. Boh. Doesn't respect my opinions. He thinks I'm stupid and bad. That's not true. I think you are smarts and good. I think you are so smarts. You are so sweets. You are so cute. And it's very, very hard not to call you by your first name. After 3 months of doing that, I had to consciously go, call her Gabby. Call her Gabby. So as to not dox my girlfriend, question mark. It was so good, dude. I basically lived in the UK for 3 months. It was no trip. I lived there. This live chat will never update. DCB, you have to be the tiebreaker. Are we playing Cheeseburger Spyro or fucking salmon sushi Spyro? Do they have salmon sushi? Is that a thing? Play Japanese Spyro. Okay. Awesome. Let's do it. And I'll do it for retro achievements too. I don't have a copy of it right now. I have to grab it. I have to grab it from Vim because unfortunately we can't have nice things and Myrian is gone. That's the thing. I like DCB is gonna pick Japanese Spyro, and it's gonna be very funny. Meow meow. Here it is. Japanese Spyro. Listen, that's crazy that box art really does look like Ripto the Dragon. Meow meow Japanese Spyro. That's real shit. Doesn't it? Wait, wasn't that the thing in the chat for the last time we were going yatta? Because that's what he goes when you 100% a level. Yes, she's not Kebby soft. That's fake news. I really hope, by the way, that my bomb-ass cookie cooker save is not going to cause us any problems. I don't know why, but I have it in another tab, and it might. Anyway. We will get it going in just a moment. It's just going to download. And then you guys can stop. As much as I love Stolberry, you guys, I'm sure you can only take so much. For a reminder to open my tab. It was great. I was thinking about this all weekend when I was in London. I'm like, dude, cookie clicker. I have it installed on my phone. I paid Orteal $5 dues. I figured that's probably about the amount of money that the 10 years of cookie clicker that he has given me is worth. No, I would like to support him. I'll buy the Steam version at some point also. And import my save into it. Because I like to support indie game development. And the mobile version is great because you can close it and it will still generate cookies. It's pretty great. And then there's also a little pixely Orteal that talks to you on the about page of the app, and you can keep clicking him, and he says like 70 or 80 different insane things. It's pretty funny. Alright, it has downloaded. Spyro. Alright, we're going to get this going. We're going to have... By the way, one of my purchases while I was in Wales is an honest-to-God original DualShock. I was looking for a backup controller because I'm like, I've already had some weird thumbstick moments, which sounds like a euphemism. I've had some weird issues with the left thumbstick because I played so many games on the blue controller. On the blue DualShock 2. I was like, I need to get a replacement DualShock. So I have a gray... I was looking for a ceramic white DualShock 1, because that was what I originally had playing, like, the first two Sly games. Excuse me, not Spy games. Sly games. Ratchet and Clank. A bunch of PS1 games. It was wonderful. But I found an original gray one. And the wire is thick. Damn, she thick. This thing... is a tank, and I've always been slightly concerned that it will destroy the thumbsticks if I wrap these wrong. Anyway, let's see. Let's get that going on. I had it downloaded already, dude. I had it downloaded already. It's in my ROM folder. I'm not playing with a full deck, chat. But that's okay. You love me anyway. Let's get it going then. Let's get it going. Oh, sorry. Let me end this poll. Yeah, poll complete. We didn't decide. Honestly, it's just as well that we play Japanese Spyro because I had the set bookmarked. So I don't know. Maybe we'll master the set on stream. I think I've already mastered the first game in English. I'm not gonna go for the Ripto and Year of the Dragon ones. Yeah, that's fine. It was asking me about achievement cache stuff. Thankfully, it's basically just 120% of the game. Yeah, that's what I did with Spyro 1 in the first place, so no worries there. Yes, I did get a wonderful 65 out of 65 achievements for that. Okay. Now let's see if we can make this work. Ooh, Sony Computer Entertainment Inc. Not America, not Europe. This is Japanese Sony. I know that you guys can't see it at the moment. I will swap over. I'm just trying to get the audio ready. Okay. Streamlabs. Sources, unhide duck station. I don't remember how I had to do this. I think it was PCSX2 I was having the issues with. Yeah, there we go. Hells yeah. Alright. We are locked. We are loaded. Transition. I'll even reboot the game so you guys get another hit of the Ripto's Rage. And if you guys can't hear it, I will turn it up in a moment. There we go. Yeah, no, you guys can hear it a lot better than I can. Turn that down. Let me know if I need to do any on-the-fly audio mixing, and we will do that to chat. Anyway, now that we have the game all ready to go, it is time to turn it on to you. How has the last 3 months of your life been, chat? No OBS, so no mic issues. Don't tempt it. Don't tempt it. It will find a way. Oh god, I can't read any of this. Am I gonna need to get my phone out and do the translate thing? I might. It's fine. I'm gonna assume that this on the left means to save. Last stream, I hadn't started my internship yet. Can you believe that last stream I hadn't applied to a community college, and I just did this evening as I was sitting in the car. Just crazy. I might be missing some wonderful Japanese dubbing. Let me see.
Hi, cameraman.
Ah, 我々の世界は5つとも実に平和で、
Oh, my speaker
6
turned
つだ
off.
ったか、最近年のせいか。で、集めた宝も12,000、いや4,000だったかな。
ところでお尋ね物
I
の
like the pixels a lot, by the way,
ですが
Kevin.
最近あちこちでまた随分悪さをしていると聞いていますが、こちらには
それは私からすごい魔法を発明
This
した
feels like
年寄
watching
り
the
に
Boondocks in Japanese.
あまりにしつこかったので遠い世界
Have
に
you guys
追いやり
ever
ました
seen that? If
もう
you
うる
haven't,
さ
you
いやつ
should.
で
It's great.
きやがって
しかも見るからに悪そうで
頭にきたこうしてやる
どうやら僕の出番みたいだね
I'm so used to Carlos Alzraki that like, oh no, he's kawaii. This super sucks. Anyway. Yeah. The camera problems. So, there's no... Yeah. You move the camera a bit and get really sad. Yeah. So there's only the active camera mode in the Japanese version for whatever reason. So you have to manhandle it. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. I could make this work. But it is weird. Do you see how the camera is, like, not moving? It's not following me around. By the way, to add insult to injury, you do unlock the passive camera mode when you beat the game. They knew it sucked, and they did it anyway.
Oh, ありがとう、スパイ
I don't know what any of
ま
these
ずは
people are
海辺に
saying.
いる気球乗りに会いに行ってごらん。彼の言うことをよーく聞く。
I hope they're saying
で
deeply
もナスティ
xenophobic
ノー
things.
ク
That
は
would be on
僕
brand
が
for the
やっつけてやるよ。
慌てないで、スパイロ。とにかく話をよーく聞くことだ。
Yay! We get the first one. Alright. I can make this work. I just gotta get used to the Spyro controls. Oh, it's triangle that makes you drop. Okay, got it. That's the other thing they also added is all of these stupid ass signs that will tell you how to play the game, which are very, very obvious. They're talking Okami 2 details. No way. Yeah. All of these hint signs. There's an achievement for it because these things are goofy as hell. We're not going to be reading the signs, thankfully. And we're also not going to be listening to the dragons because we don't understand them anyway. I'm trying to remember the order in which you activate these. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, okay. I did get it right. Alright, cool. Great. I meant to do that, chat. I definitely wasn't pressing random buttons. Oh, listen, I'm too pro at this shit. I could get used to this. This camera sucks, but I could get used to it. I say that. I'm gonna hate this by the end. Actually, I'll probably be pretty good with it by the end. Anyway, here's the sheeps. You can torch the sheeps, which is great. This game is so good. I sound like I'm shitposting. I really like Spyro 1. I do. I've never played the other two, but we are going to. Savannah's going to be missing Spyro 1 by my calculations, but she will be here for 2 and 3, so that'll be pretty good. And 3 is her favorite, so that's fine. Got him. But yeah, Kevy, do send me that badger. I'm curious. I definitely don't have an autistic fixation on badgers or anything. I definitely don't have one sitting on the side table next to me, wearing a Hufflepuff scarf. That's fake news. Got him. How many badger plushies do I have now? 5. I have the Finger Puppet. I have the Raven's Den one. I have the... I don't remember what he is. Living Nature, I want to say. I have the Wild Republic one. And then I have the new one that I got. So that is 5. Bumping the Okami soundtrack on the Porta Pros at work now that I'm bringing my bag with me. There are some bangers. It's good fight music. That's what Kevy's gonna listen to when she vanquishes Takara in battle. She's gonna listen to the Okami soundtrack. It's bops. It's true. I am not a fan of not being able to tilt the camera up and down. She's delivering you posts. Ooh. Ayo! Ooh! Gosh, I really like her. Yeah! Ooh! Oh yeah! Yeah, she's gonna be one of my favorites. It's really funny too, by the way, because everybody, you know, badgers in real life, they're very chunky, or all that kind of stuff. And Cammy, he's stick. He gets drawn like a doggy. That's the funny thing about him. He's very, very cute. So I'm very glad that I like him so much. But it is funny in comparison, and everybody else's badger OCs are like, you know, properly proportioned, chunky badgers. It's pretty great. I don't think Kami would look right chunky. I think, yeah, maybe. He's got, there's the Ned version of him. Kami's just petite. Oh, it's so small. Oh, needy toy. Man, it is hard not to do the Pigo voice at my mom, if I'm honest. It's really fun to do. I miss it. We'll have to do it on calls. Once you start doing the Pigo, what the hell? Fucking camera. Fucking GameStop. Once you start doing the Pigo voice, you can't stop. So true, sister. So true. So true. It's just very fun. It's so whimsical. I'll kick your ass even if the camera sucks. I don't care. Nice. I've been meaning to play this version anyway, so, I mean, that's why it was such a hard choice. I'm like, wow. Yo, that's, oh man, look how cheap that looks. It's like Bubsy 3D in here or some shit. You get the nice, wonderful, the camera follows Bubsy thing, or, follows Bubsy, follows Spyro thing in the rest of the world version, but the Japanese one, they just cut to him at the top. What the hell? That's not right. That's not right. They did my boy Spyro wrong. He's only a purple doggy. Actually, tell you what, that in particular really reminds me of that fucking Monsters Inc. game on PS1, which I've been meaning to try the PS2 version, but it's also kind of scary looking, so. Alright, what area have I missed? I'm gonna try to 100% them as we go. It's probably gonna... I mean, to be perfectly honest, it might take 3 streams. That's fine. Anything looks short compared to Okami taking 16 streams? How's that? Scary Monsters Inc. game. Yeah. But it's like the not right kind of scary. It's like, it's not like a Freddy Krueger kind of thing. It's more of like a... original Sonic movie kind of thing. It's like, it shouldn't look like that. There we go. Yatta, motherfuckers. Disney Interactive harvests the screams of our brothers and sisters in PS2. What's weird is that Scream Team didn't come out on the PS2 in the US. It only came out in Europe on the PS2. I don't even think it came out in Japan on the PS2. It was literally a European exclusive upgrade of Scream Team. It was so strange. But Scream Team is a childhood classic. It's not a game I'd recommend to everybody, to be honest. I think it's kind of not amazing. And it is super short. But I've been meaning to play it at some point, because the PS2 version. I've 100% of the PS1 version. Like twice. It is, I don't know. Charming as hell is the way I'd put it. Anyway. We have done Green Garden Home. We are on to whatever the hell this level is. I completely forgot all the level names. And I don't read moon rooms. Oh, this one's annoying. It's alright, this is good. This is alright. Let's get this one out of the way. Squared away. That's what it is. Mostly there were some jumps in this level that I think were kind of annoying. So with the camera it should be extra fun.
ここはグライドタウンというステージだ。お前のその翼で高いところから滑るように飛ぶことをグライドと言うんだよ。そのグライドがとっても重要だ。
You know, I could play this with my PS1 digital pad. I have that somewhere. I could. I don't know. That D-pad is really rough on the thumb after a long time. I don't know. Maybe it's just mine, but I find that D-pad is very plasticky and not pleasant. They definitely made... This one has the same kind of D-pad. They made it a lot nicer for the DualShock 2. So I don't know what was going on with that. But I've tried playing games with it, and I did 100% Spyro 1 with that controller. You know what? Tell you what, just for you, chat, we're gonna go whole hog. This came out after the DualShock was a thing, but I will just for you. There it is. Yeah, buddy. All right. We will replace the colors are exactly the same. I want to say, are they? This is the first time I've ever got them side by side. They're the same size. Okay, just for you. Cammy, when no one tells him to do things, just for you, I will. Just for you. Just for you. Don't you feel special? Don't you feel so special? You should. Because I love you. I love you. You're my favorite. Here we go. Alright. RAFnet adapter. Make sure it resets to digital. Yep, it's in digital. Duck station, set it to digital controller. Alright. Spyro with D-pad. We got no analog sticks on this motherfucker. But you might be able to tell because it's slightly clumsier. You know what's a weird thing also they never tell you about the original digital pad PS1 controller? You know how the shoulder buttons, the R2 and L2 buttons, are the full length of the rest of the wing? Or like the molding, like the plastic on the DualShock and DualShock 2? On the original PS1 controller, L2 and R2 are the same length as L1 and R1. So it's literally L1, R1, and then the identical set of buttons behind it. And then you just have plastic behind it. It's really strange. Oh. Are you alright there, buddy? Are you good? My brother in Christ, do you need help? That doesn't look right. I do love Spyro. This game is funny as hell. That's not right. Fucked up. I do find it cool as hell, by the way. My like 9-year-old self finds it so cool that I could just grab another controller and just use it and have a different experience. You know, that's why I like to collect these things. I have an adapter. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot about the thieves. No! Oh, this is bad. This is bad, yo. If you don't know, the thieves they're not impossible, but they sure are a thing. Ah. I'm gonna get you. There we go, pal. You have to chase them down, and there's some that are trickier than others. Type of shit when I use a different computer mouse. It's true. It's very true. But yeah. So I don't know. I just think controllers are cool. I have I have an adapter, and I bought one like a year before he stopped making them, called a Stell adapter, and it's called that because it was meant to be for plugging Atari controllers into a PC, you know, because they're using a DE9 like a game port connector, a serial port connector, but you can't just plug it in. It's not the same wiring. You have to use an adapter. So I got that, but I got the DE9 version, which, and I don't mean it has a DE9 connector. I mean that it is the DE9 version of the adapter, which lets you use any DE9 controllers. And this controller plug-in was used for everything. There were Commodore controllers that used it. The ColecoVision used it. Atari used it on a couple of different consoles. 2600, 7800. The Sega Genesis, Sega Master System. Everything used a fucking DE9 connector. So this adapter just supports it all. And I got it. And I picked up a Master System controller at CEX while I was over in Wales. I still have to try it. I still have to test it out. It's not even like a great controller, but I'm like, but what if I'm playing Master System games and I want the authentic feel? You know? How can I say no? I want the authentic feel, chat. Bustin' makes me feel good. And I'm tired of pretending that it doesn't. I was thinking about playing SG-1000 games at work today. You know, I've never dug into the SG-1000. I know that the Master System is just like an upgraded version of it. Because there was the SG-1000 and then there was, what was that called? The Mark III? And then they had the Master System. But, yeah, SG-1000 sounds interesting. I know that there were some arcade games that used SG-1000 hardware also, which I find neat. I find neat the idea of arcade games using hardware for consoles. Speaking of the PlayStation, that was the reason that Namco was able to port a lot of their 90s arcade games, Tekken, Ridge Racer, Time Crisis, so easily to the PlayStation is because they had a system board for these games that was a PlayStation. It was quite literally just like a PlayStation in an arcade machine. So they were able to take they would develop it and then they would have the PlayStation port like basically immediately. And I think that is fun as hell. And I know the SG-1000 had similar things going on. How do I get up there? How do I get up there? Maybe I have to go around. You guys to give me credit. I'm fairly graceful at navigating still with the fuck-ass camera and then the controller being not quite as smooth as using an analog stick. It's interesting because there's some PS2 games that don't even let you use the D-pad. Whoops. I say that and then I immediately jump in the water. It's fine. It's fine. But PS1 games, the only thing that requires a DualShock is Ape Escape, I believe. So, every other, even if it is an analog-supported game, you can just use the D-pad just fine, Some games I prefer too. I think I preferred using the D-pad when I was playing N2O. God, N2O was a fun fucking game. I could play that right now. Honestly, it's hard to say, right? Because I was gonna it's alright. Savannah can miss the first one. We'll play the Spyro 1, and then we'll play some of the other. But maybe I should just show you some of my PS1 saves. What do you think about that, chat? Should I just play like N2O and stuff on stream? And then we'll save at least the back half of Spyro 1 for when Savannah comes back. Glide Town, that's what it's called. That's a voice. I'm gonna hope that's the save. I should switch over to yes, okay, excellent. I should switch over to my laptop so I can lie in bed. Yes, get comfy, man. It's only like 3 a.m. there. 2 a.m. By the way, that was another thing that slightly delayed the stream, was that I had to switch out the CMOS battery in the eMachines box, because it died this morning, right as I finished writing a story. It just died. And I thought the entire computer died, but no, it just wouldn't post with a bad CMOS battery. It would post without a CMOS battery in there. But, yeah. I think what we're going to do, just because I'm feeling cheeky, is maybe I will... It's alright. It's alright. Let me not fuck with it. we'll continue with the Spyro. Now I have to remember how to get out of here. I think there was an exit right at the end of the path, right? Yeah. Cheeky with some gravy. Well, it's just a thing that I got to saying. Listen, I lived in the UK for 3 months, and here's what I learned. I got used to saying lots of shit, right? I got used to saying cheeky. I was talking to my mom about car stuff, and I had to fight the urge to call it the boot. I've been used to calling it the bin instead of a trash can. Listen, there's no hope for me. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk like a fucking cartoon character with the worst British accent you've ever heard. Just the one. That's the. There's only one British accent. You heard it here first, folks. Brutal. Listen, I know what I'm talking about, okay? I once ate at a Weatherspoons, so I'm basically cultured. I can't say it with a straight face. I'm sorry, I tried. That was a good day, though. That was the day that we visited Tintern. That was good. We got a pint of, Camp Cruzo or something it was called. It was good. It was tasty. So nice. I was just wandering around in the warmth of the sun with Buzz. It was great. It was really good. I think that's what I'll do. I'll give an hour and a half to Spyro, then we'll grab some other games, and I'll show you guys some of my saves that I played while I was over in Wales. Because, I did a little story time, right? So, Kebby needed a new laptop. She had this fuck-ass Hewlett-Packard laptop that sucked. It was so old, she couldn't open more than just like Discord at once. And I was like, listen, you live in Cardiff. There's a CEX right in St. David's. Let's go look at laptops. Let's buy you a laptop. We'll go halfsies. So I paid for half the laptop. She paid for the other half. So it was 370 quid. So we paid about 185 each. And she got this thing is nice. It's a Lenovo Yoga IdeaPad. And it has an OLED screen. Oh, it's nice. It's so nice. It has a fucking SIM slot. So if you wanted to buy like data and just bring it with you, you could. Like, you don't need Wi-Fi. You just connect to a cell tower. It's great. This thing had some really nice touchscreen. It was a touchscreen OLED. And it, oh my god, it didn't do PS2 games very well, but PS1 obviously was perfect on it. And so, she's on that laptop right now. Bros, she is literally on that laptop. So, but, so while she was using the PC drawing like Art Fight Attacks or something, I would take that laptop down into the lounge and like play. I 100%ed Gran Turismo 1 the European one. I already 100%ed the American one, but I got the European one also. I played N2O, Nitrous Oxide, which that game was fun as hell. I beat Japanese Robotron X after the American one I beat at home because I've owned that since I was a little kid. And then the European one I beat earlier on the trip. So I have now 100%ed this game 3 times. Well, there's really no 100%ing it. I just have beat it 3 times. And it's like, is it an amazing game? No, but it is like, it is when you fix the problems with it, it is comforting. It is Amish cracker salad in game form. It's true. It didn't even take 10 minutes to load this YouTube tab. Bro, you're living in the future. That goes crazy. No! Stop falling into into the hole. Spyro, when they said every hole's a goal, any hole's a goal, excuse me, they were lying. Don't listen to them. I like this. I like this area because it's just wide open in a way that PS1 games usually aren't. I know that there is the invisible walls, but just like it sprawls, and I think that's kind of cool. You don't see that from PS1 games hardly ever. I also like the terrain because it reminds me of doing quad soups and trench broom, which is pretty fun. But yeah, so I helped pay for this idea pad for her, and I ended up just using it as a PS1 emulation box for a long time. But it did PS1 beautifully. It was great. It looked great too. We did it full. You do it full screen. It looked great. Should look good. So I played a lot of PS1 games. I played some PS2. We did a OLED PS1. It's like playing Oblivion with the graphics quality on -100. Yeah. Oh, it looked great, dude. It looked really, really good. But I played some PS2. I did a full season of Madden 2002 because I wasn't able to emulate it nor play it on MX4 on my real PS2. So I was like, well, I kind of have to play it on here. Was not on her laptop. That was on her desktop. Which is probably the machine I'm going to upgrade to when this computer that I'm streaming from eats shit. Which is, I feel like, going to be the next year or so. I don't know. It was a noticeable, like, oh wow, this is slower than I remembered it. I just got used to it. But then I also did, speaking of Okami, I did the New Game Plus. Because, of course, you get, yeah, no, bless it. Listen, this thing is a trooper. And we're coming up on 13 years of it daily use, and it's still doing okay. It's still streaming and playing Spyro. So you know what? It's fine. It has earned its stripes. I'm gonna give this thing a proper funeral. We're gonna bury it in the backyard. No, but seriously, Okami. We played Okami, the New Game Plus, which I had two aims for. One was to get enough praise to get the realistic Amy model, which looks like Link in Soul Calibur. It's pretty great. And then also beat it in under 30 hours. And I did both. I'm very proud. I'm quite happy. I'm like, listen, there was once a time where I thought I was never going to beat Okami, and now I've beaten it twice in the same year. I'm going to take that as win. I take big wins out of context and in context, okay? I'm like debating reading this sign like I'm going to understand what it says. I think there was the beach. I was like, there's a side area, right? There's more than a side area. There's here. Let's get that dragon. Oh yeah. You know, it's funny. I don't want to say burn myself out on retro achievements, because that wasn't the case. It was more sort of like I recognized the futility of trying to like really get up in the rankings, because if you're not playing sets all the time, you're just gonna fall back down. But it is nice to see that every time it pops up. Like, oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. I did that shit. Mostly, I think of retro achievements now as like proof that I've gone above and beyond for games that I really love, like Tony Hawk 2, or the Yar's Revenge set I remember being really proud of, Tetris for the Game Boy, Tetris DX, I remember being really proud of. I'm proud of, like, basically all those sets, except for the really cheap ones, which are, like, really easy. Spyro 1, I did. Spyro 1 Japanese, I'm doing. You know? It's good. It's really, really good. I do like the site. It's just, I'm like, there's no way in hell that I'm gonna, like, forever gonna find new sets that will keep me in the top 5%. I'm happy being in, like, the top 10% or something. It's fine. Guitar Hero 2? Oh, man, the fact that I mastered that set, I'm like, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I did. That was just earlier this year. I had the most fuck-ass Jordan 5-star. I was like 3K over the star cutoff. I was like, that sucks. The worst Jordan 5-star ever, but I did it. You're always a pro gamer in my heart. Oh, no you. No you. I'm happy. That's the thing. That's really the thing about games, right? Is I'm happy. I'm not like, I need I turned into a Okami Pro. Hells yeah, I did. That genuinely made me quite happy to I consider it mastery, right? I didn't just beat Okami once. I beat it twice, and I saw it, you know, through twice. And that second run, I actually did a lot more than I did on my first run. I mean, there's the praise, obviously, you know, so feeding animals and doing some of the side quests and stuff. So all the side quests that I skipped in Saiyan City, I did. I think there's still this hole I have to fall down. Yeah, that's it. All the Saiyan City stuff, the thief, I did. I did the digging minigame, which let you use mermaid pools for free. I wound up getting the origin mirror, like you can draw an X and use it to teleport. I got that finally. It was great. I was leveling up my weapons. It was really good. Yatta! Yatta! I'm missing a dragon, I guess. That's options. There we go. Yes, I'm missing a dragon. That's why the achievement didn't pop. Alright, hold on. Let's go find him. Yeah. So, I was like, fuck yeah. And I don't know. In a way, it was me trying to, I don't know, make up for years of not, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It was, it felt symbolic with me and Kevy. It was me trying to reach out and be like, listen, the things you like, I like too. I do. And I do. I really do like Okami. It's not a game I can play over and over, but it is a game that I find a lot of fun, I respect it deeply, and it is intense. And I think it is a game that maybe not everybody, but most people would be good to play at least once. And play all the way through, because it's great. Yeah! Dude, we would just go out in the lounge. You would make, like, something for, like, midnight, snack, dinner, whatever. And we would just go play Okami, and I would just blow through it. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Where is this last dragon? Where is the last of the dragons? Can you help us, Brianna? I'm just saying lots of things now, aren't I? But yeah, no, it was a really good time. It was a really good time. I enjoyed playing Okami. Now I gotta play Okami Den, the DS version. I heard it's not quite as good, but it is a nice hearty second helping. That's a deep cut right there. I still got it. It's still a really, really funny. Wasn't she trying to make threatening bad guys with like chimney sweep accents? Basically, it was really good. She was great. She was really funny when she wasn't preying on children. Anyway, that's none of my business. So, but yeah, the realistic Amy model is worth it. It's very fun. Like I said, she looks like she belongs in like Soul Calibur or something. I think it was worth it. And I didn't even 100% it. I noticed, by the way, I wasn't sure if I did this for my original run. It turns out I did. Kebby recommended, with my original run, the one that I did on stream, that I save right before the arc. Right before you get on the arc and you can't go back. In case I wanted to 100% it. And I didn't remember if she suggested that for the original run, but she suggested it again for the New Game Plus run. And so I dutifully saved again. So I have 6 Okami saves. 2 of them being the saves that I played either in front of her or on stream. 2 of them being New Game Plus saves, you know, from scratch. And then 2 of them being these, you know, if you want 100% them saves. I debated deleting any of them, but they only take up like 170 kilobytes on a memory card. It's like, it's fine. It's fine. It's memories. And they all have the same fuck-ass bouncing Issen, who gets really angry when you try to delete his save, which I find very funny. And very in character, too. Issen would be wondering what's gotten into your head. It's memory and it's memories. Yes, absolutely. Why am I having such trouble with this? Where's this last dragon? As much as everybody wants to listen to the wonderful Stuart Copeland soundtrack for forever. It was good times. But yeah, now I gotta play Okami Den at some point. Which I spent a lot of money. Not saying this is like a guilt thing. I'm saying this is like how important it was to me. I spent quite a bit of money on an English language copy of it for Cabby. Because you can get the Japanese ones super cheap, but the English language ones, for whatever reason, are quite expensive. Oh, duh, you idiot. I was in this fucking room and I skipped this dragon because I'm stupid. But yeah, I spent a bunch of money to get a nice English language one for her. Because I'm like, listen, you have to. Oh, no, Okami Den. You like Okami, right? And then now she is in possession of my strategy guide, the real ass strategy guide that I was using on stream. No problem, man. And you'll get to it. I know that life has been really busy, and there's a lot more pressing concerns than the fucking DS game, but I do think you'll like it a lot. And I'm curious to play it as well, you know? So. Especially now that I'm an expert. I know Okami inside and out. I could take the exam and I'd pass it. I'd only get 2 questions wrong. You know what you should do at some point, Kebby? That'd be really fun. I was following. Sorry, I'm now currently looking for the exit. That's next to the beach, right? I follow 1 terabyte of Kill by Age on Tumblr. You know this. Everybody knows this, except for the people who aren't in the group. And I remember seeing it was a site where someone had made it was like a Star Trek Next Generation fan quiz or something like that. There was also a Red Dwarf one. The site was about a bunch of different like things this guy was into, but he made a quiz for to test your knowledge, right, of this one specific nerd show. I don't remember which one. I thought it was neat. I was like, you know, you should do that for Okami. And the fun thing is, by the way, HTML forms always looked really weird to me. I'm like, how do you do that? You know. But now with PHP, it's really easy to just read form output and then do whatever with it. So I could help you. I could help you put together, like, you should make, like, the nerdiest Okami quiz and put it on your site and be like, test your knowledge. I think that'd be really fun. Maybe I should do that. I feel like I'm qualified. I feel like, question 1. Does Issen shower? I've been down here. Oh, that's the next world. Issen is a stinky little pervert, and it's a show of how strong the writing is. He's so likable. It's true. The thing is that he's not in a position of power. He's very much just like a fucking dink. He is a goofball. Nobody takes him seriously because he's so stupid. And it's great. It's really good. And that's the thing. It's just a very like human feeling game. And you know, you get all of the. And he's so hyped about Amy. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm allowed to do spoilers, but like he brags about his cool friend. He has the coolest friend. She's a wolf, okay? Anyway, you know, at the end of the game where he's like, I'm gonna make everybody believe in you really, really hard, and it's gonna, and that's, you know, what helps her vanquish at least evil on Nippon, as opposed to in the Celestial Plane, which is where they go on the weed spaceship. It was the boat, the stoner boat. That was it. And he had his little plant bomb. And then go to vanquish evil in heaven. It was great. It was a really good game. I feel like, again, the other thing about Isen is that he has such little power, and he is so small and so humiliated all the time. He's not rewarded for his bad behavior, which is what makes somebody feel like, oh, I hate you. You know, like a character in media, somebody who does bad things and they're able to get away with it. Isen doesn't. Isen says some shit and sleeps in a girl's boobs, and then he gets covered in wolf slobber. And it's like, yeah, that's what you get. You know, you need that that sense of right and wrong for it to not feel bad. For it not to be like, oh, this is gross. You know? He's harmless and everyone calls him a bug. Yes. I started playing Okami yesterday. It's a fun ass game. It's really good. Okami is a strong recommendation for me. And I still stand by. I don't think any of it's padded. I think it just feels like 2 games in one, you know? Because if you stop right after, Serpent, 8 heads. What's the name? Arachi. If you stop right after Arachi, you kind of have a game in of itself. It's just that it keeps going, you know? So any part of that is like, it's all lean meat, but it is a lot of lean meat. You know, you just have to not eat for a day so you can enjoy it properly, you know? I need to find the Canine Warriors before I defeat the Cutters, I think. Yeah, again, there's no shame at all in getting the strategy guide, even there's a PDF. There's no shame in it. Because some of that is obscure, and I would look to Kevy and be like, do you know? And she didn't know, and then we'd have to look it up in the book. So, if she, the world's biggest Okami fan, doesn't immediately know all this stuff off the bat, I think us mortals can look at a book, and it's fine. But with the warriors, you get the tracker, so it's not too hard to find them. Just remember to feed them before you, even if they don't prompt you to feed them, remember to feed them. So that way you can get the praise for it. What? Excuse me. Jesus. I had the feeling Isen bugged some characters up. Well, yeah, Isen is a bug. He bugged because he's a bug. I will say, there is a weird sense of whimsy in visiting the Ponkel village. Especially, you know, even outside of Isen, it's like, oh, it's so small. 3 sauce packets toy. It's very good. And then just in a tree stump. Oh god, this guy. They're so small. 1 sauce packet toy. Hi guys, I'm dumb as hell. It's alright, I got this guy. Hold on. There he is. Got him. Completely random aside, by the way. My mom had the news on earlier. And they were talking, it was just a little fluff story at the end about Heinz ketchup having this, like, you could control how much ketchup comes out for how much you love ketchup. And it just reminded me of another funny difference between the US and the UK is that we mostly know Heinz for ketchup in the US, and they mostly know Heinz for beans in the UK. For like beans on toast and stuff, which is not a thing we have. They have Heinz ketchup, and they also have Heinz like mayonnaise and stuff. Stream buffer for me and gave me a good Spyro frame. Big squint. Heinz does many things. It's true. Money can be exchanged for Heinz. They do tomato soup as well. It's true. It's so true. I don't know if I've ever seen Heinz tomato soup in the US. I mostly associate Campbell's as the big soup brand, you know? Especially tomato soup and stuff. You get Progresso if you're trying to get like stuff with like noodles and veggies and stuff in them, which Campbell also does, but I'm talking like tomato soup, you know what I mean?
せっかく宝の箱の鍵を見つけたのに、こんなところでクリスタルにされてしまったんだよ。
そう、もうちょっとだったんだね。
Funky funky. I don't know if I've ever even seen Progresso over there. One thing I do love, by the way, is Aldi. Because Aldi is the exact same in both places. Heinz has these ads that are like, it's gotta be Heinz. With people putting ketchup on sausages or having hot soup on a cold day. It's gotta be Heinz, you know. With ketchup. No alternatives for the tomato puree sugar concoction. But yeah, Aldi is the same in both countries, which is great. Yay! Yatta! One thing that amused me, by the way, Kevin, you'll like this. So, one of the things that Aldi has in the UK, and maybe in other parts of Europe, is a fake brand called McKennedy. McKennedy is American-style snacks. And they're not things that we have. They're like, you know what Americans love? Cheeseburger style potato chips or cheeseburger flavored potato chips. Stuff like that. And you think it's like, oh, that's cute. That's what Europeans think us fat ass Americans think. They think that's yummy cheeseburger potato chips. We laugh it up. We have big yucks. Until I come home and my mom's like, hey, I found this. And they're chili cheese dog Cheez-Its. And I'm like, oh no. Well, that's real. That's what the Europeans think we eat. Yes, I do indeed eat the chili cheese dog Cheez-Its, yes. I haven't tried them yet. I will. They sound good. I just find that absolutely really funny. Because that's something that McKennedy would make. I think I haven't done Night Flight yet. Not Night Flight, sorry, Sunny Flight. I will do that. I gotta resolve the puzzle because I didn't do it again correctly. There we go. I'll have to look up some of the other McKennedy's things that they have. McKennedy's is my favorite. What we decided, I can't. Yeah. No, these are so weird. I can't place the flavor. It's true. I really liked them. So the thing about the cheeseburger potato chips, right, is that I don't know how, but they managed to perfectly distill the taste of the burger, the taste of the cheese, and the taste of the mustard into the potato chip. What we'd ultimately decided as we were standing there in Aldi eating these is that this fake brand was trying to make scarier food than the Americans do, and they succeeded. In fact, I'm gonna look that up real quick. I'm gonna see American Way. That's it, American Way. Oh, these are classic. Sorry, I had a spam thing. Stereotypical United States style convenience foods and snacks. Thank you, Google Gemini. Alright. So, pickled gherkin slices. Well, that's exactly like, fuck. Trying to remember the pickle people. Not going to remember the pickle people, chat. Sorry. Blastek, that was it. And they're very soft and flimsy. So, not what you want out of a pickle. McKennedy hot dog sausages. Yep, those sure do look like American sausages. Sandwich toast. So they're like, oh, hot dog sandwich toast. Should I just get my streaming browser and show this to you guys? I should. You'll have to give me a moment, because everything on my computer, because I've been gone for 3 months, has to update. So you'll have to give me a moment while Firefox updates. But I'll get my streaming browser out, and we will look at these together. Because if you're American, it's great. McKennedy stream. I would. The problem is that we don't have that here, because we're in America. But McKennedy is really funny. Google Gemini is like stereotypical. You find me hot dog grilled cheese in America, please. We haven't come up with it yet. It's great. It's really funny. I love them. They're really great. And it's the thing, right? Is I never want it to sound like, just in general, or like when I'm over with you, Kevy. I never want it to sound like, this we don't have this. What the hell? No, I think it's really, really funny, and I'm glad. What's the saying? Be the American Japanese people think you are. Yeah, that's very fair. That's very fair. All right, let's see. Browser. Is it set to Retrozilla? Set to Firefox. There we go. Yeah. All right. Transition. There we go. And yes, you do get to enjoy the stillbilly in the background. So, the daily meal. Little USA Week Dutch American food ranking. We tasted and ranked 11 American foods, quote unquote American foods, at a Dutch Little, and this is the best one. This is not Aldi. Have I been mixing up Little and Aldi? I swear, no, because we got the cheeseburger crisps at Aldi. There's no way. What? Oh, that's weird. I've now confused myself, chat. Let me have some more of this maple bourbon barrel aged 1911 cider, and maybe I'll become unconfused. They both do American foods, yeah. But are they both under the McKennedy brand? I mean, there's fake Oreos right there, so whatever. As an American living in Europe, it can be hard to come by tasty foods. Ooh. Sorry, hello. Discord. My computer is chundering. Sorry, I was distracted because Savannah is giving me live updates from the air, which is crazy. Anyway, she gets 2 light meals for a 5-hour flight. I got 1 meal for a 7-hour flight. Thankfully, I don't need a lot of food to survive. Anyway, it'd be hard to come by tasty food. Oh God, I need to get an fucking ad blocker, dude. Ugh. Bleh. Serve classic American food, but they always seem to fall short. Something, 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 something. Oh, I need to get a fucking ad blocker on here. Excuse me. Distracted by Savannah living up. I lived it up for 3 months, and all I got was hepatitis. I did not get hepatitis. I got a badger with a Hufflepuff scarf. He's great. He's really good. Gotta get Savannah a PSP. Hells yeah. Does Firefox not come with an ad blocker? Can I... uBlock Origin for Firefox. Yeah, give me that. I've got uBlock on my Firefox. Hells yeah. Give me that shit. So far, uBlock is still working on Vivaldi. So, that's good. This is reminding me of the Joel Windows Destruction streams. Badass Mafia toolbar? Well, we gotta download that. Alright, let's try this again. Come on. You guys, if you don't want me to install an ad blocker, you gotta stop putting fucking bullshit ads like this. Alright? I know number has to go up, but you gotta stop with that fucking shit like that. Alright. Let's see here. So, yes, the worst on the list was the gherkin slices, which are supposed to be Vlasic. They are soft and flimsy, which sounds disgusting. The taste is pretty close, but yeah. Hot dogs, sausages. We don't call them sausages, we just call them hot dogs, but yeah. Yeah. In plastic wrap with no liquid. Moved halfway across the world, found them floating in jars with brine, like science fair experiments going on. It's true. You just buy a pack of hot dogs. It's true. That's really strange. Anyway, these are very bland. They'd be okay with sauce and buns, but they don't taste like from the US. So that is number 10. You can buy them in packets too. Noted. Sandwich toast. So, whether a hot dog is a sandwich, but the brine is because you boil them. Yeah, you just boil them without the brine. Anyway. Make a hot dog sandwich. I was right not to. Apparently it's not great. Neo Giant cookies. Now this is I was about to say it's cheating. It's not, because it's not saying they're McKennedy's. It's just American foods. These are fake Oreos. More savory than sweet. That's interesting. The thing about fake Oreos is that the only ones I've ever had that taste properly like Oreos are the ones from Aldi. It's true. The little, not little ones, but like the generic ones that you'll get at any other grocery store, they don't taste right. But the Aldi ones are the only ones that get it right. It's crazy. So, and I don't have Oreos enough when I'm in the UK to tell, because digestives exist. So, McKennedy baked beans. Oh yeah, we do have baked beans, but they are not Heinz. They are. Who makes the baked beans here? Who makes the baked beans here? Sorry, I put the G there because that's how on Vivaldi, I specify that I want Google and not Pornhub. I want some baked beans. Baked beans are tasty. They're good. Where's the shopping tab? Here it is. Baked beans. Bushes. That's the one. Bushes is the one that I associate with baked beans, or just like the store brand. Me when I Google baked beans. Listen, don't judge me. I'm stupid. McKennedy, New York style. Yeah, this is another funny thing. Kebby mentioned to me. She's like, yeah. By the way, when we have what we call plain cheesecake, they specifically call New York style. Everywhere. That's the way that they refer to plain cheesecake in the UK is New York style. It's interesting. Have totally heard of baked beans before. Bro, how have you not had baked beans? They're like, you buy a big can of them and you just eat them with a spoon. They're the struggle food, and yet they're still kind of tasty. Anyway, You can't taste the cream cheese at all. The cake was powdery. Suppose the cost isn't bad if you want to have a party. So we're getting ones that are like entirely negative, still halfway down the list. That's crazy. McKennedy mac and cheese. Yeah, that looks about right. That looks like a mac and cheese dish. It's true. Solid choice. Tastes yummy. It's a bit salty. There's onion pieces, which are kind of weird. All right. McKennedy cookie dough. Yeah, I could see that. These are ready-to-eat cookie dough. I don't know if I've ever seen just cookie dough that you can eat. I have. I don't think they come in the tubs, though. McKennedy double burgers. What are these? Microwavable burgers. May sound like a bad idea. No, I mean, I've had decent luck with them, surprisingly. They're double patty burgers. So there's 2 patties on the microwavable one. Got it. My McKennedy pop space corn. Yeah, I suppose. These are not, by the way, for the most part, giving you the full experience of McKennedy. Coming up with some insane shit. We'll look at more in a moment. Anyway, wow, there they are. There's the aesthetic Pop-Tarts. A microwavable burger is Ashton's core to me. Yeah, that's what I think of as well. Is the Ashton's video. But these don't look like Pop-Tarts at all, but apparently these are really good. These are outstanding dupes for Pop-Tarts. The strawberry ones had a slightly artificial taste, but not enough to bother me. Chocolate ones were also tasty. They came in boxes of 4 sleeves with 2 tarts in each, meaning each tart costed 25.25 euros. What's the equivalent of pence and cents in euros? The guy writing this is kind of lame. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit from like a fucking website. It sucks. Stephanie Heron. I'm sorry. It's really hard to take good pictures of yourself, but I think they use sense. Yeah, I think you're right also. Bro, Stephanie, you suck. Also, use fewer filters, please. Anyway, come on. Where's some better McKennedy? American way. Come on. Give me the essence of McKennedy, please. Bull's Snack Carolina style, which kind of look like... I don't know. I don't know what those look like. I don't like them. They look strange. Oh, this is what. Ketchup and mustard in a tube? The Pop-Tarts used tasting like Pop-Tarts as a positive is a bad sign. I don't know how expensive the Pop-Tarts would be, right? In the Netherlands. Because that's the thing. She specifically mentioned a Dutch Little with and she's in the Netherlands. But yeah, it's like ketchup and mustard in a tube. As opposed to separately, we don't have it in a tube. We have mayo chup, which is insane. It's like, do you find yourself often having both mayonnaise and ketchup, but without the ability to mix them? Well, Heinz has you covered. So there's that. Excuse me. Cheap food where I live is a bunch of tuna and oatmeal. Ah, you live in a sensible country. Mandeln? That sure is American. Country cookies. Uh-huh. We might have something like that. Maize and potato snack curry barbecue flavor. That kind of reminds me of Snyder of Hanover, I suppose. Yeah, there's your peanut butters. American style snack box. I love it. This stuff is great. It's just like here's mozzarella sticks and onion rings and bullshit in a box. That's American, right? Kinda, yeah. McKennedy jelly beans. Yeah, I suppose. Although I don't necessarily associate them as American necessarily. I just sort of associate them as a sweet. Sponge biscuits. These don't come to mind. When I saw sponge biscuits, like when I scrolled up and I just saw sponge biscuits, I'm like, oh, they're going to be Twinkies. They're not Twinkies. That's weird. Yes, Deli Pocket Burger. The American classic, Deli Pocket Burger. Amazing. You get 3 of them in a box. American style chicken strips, yes. We don't have them in a box though. We have them in bags, and they're sold by. Oh, I remember the ads where they start talking about how they're like their chickens are so they get like a college education, and I don't remember. Tyson, that was it. Triss loves those frappe sachets. Did I scroll past them? Like Tyson or something. Yeah, Tyson. That was it. That was it. There you go. I see what you're talking about, KB. Apple-filled caramel. Not apple covered in caramel, question mark? Jumbo peanut flips. We do have peanut flips, I think. We don't call them peanut flips. I don't know what we call them. Pasta barbecue. That looks like it comes in a little, like, mac and cheese cup. Pasta barbecue is weird. Pretzel sticks with peanut filling. This is not something we have in the U.S. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like a West Coast thing. I don't know. We have McKennedy Cruspies. Extra crunchy peanuts. Hamburger flavor. That sure is American right there. Crunchy peanuts covered in hamburger dust. I'm telling you, they're trying to out-scary the Americans. I have seen pretzel sticks with peanut fillings. Okay, McKennedy, it's true. McKennedy has it right then. Breaded chicken pops. We call them popcorn chicken. That's fair. Honey barbecue chicken wings. That's fair. Are they bone in or boneless? Salted pretzel popcorn mix. I have gotten things like that around the holidays. I know that. Nougatelli. Wait. This is a story. I'm 100% confident that everything McKennedy is available somewhere in the U.S. Maybe. That's scary, though. That's really strange, because that means that somewhere in the U.S., you, too, can buy extra crunchy peanuts hamburger flavor. I don't like it. I don't want to go there. It's probably in, like, Utah or something. I don't want to go there. That's wrong. That's not right. Oh, God. Special sandwich. What's the special sandwich? I would try that one. What is this? What's the special sandwich? No, you're fucking with me. You can't make it that small. Oh, it's in French. It's in French. We'll never know. We'll never know what's actually in it. Shit ain't right. I'm not fully right in the head, if you're wondering. That's okay. Me neither. I see the McKennedy's thing, I laugh, and then I buy it. McKennedy's chocolate milkshake. There we go. Old Blogspot, yeah! You know, I don't mind. Sometimes I wish I had a use for more blogs. I do. Oh, check this out. It's the snack box, but actually it is the football box. In a country where football means something completely different. Do you think Little nailed it, especially with sausage in a jar? When did you have, as an American, last time pulled pork, lasagna, or jumbo peanut flips? Also, all prices are final prices, taxes already included. Thanks, Stefan, for the hint. McKennedy chicken wings, chicken nuggets, football box, chicken. That kind of looks like KFC. That makes sense. Chicken wings, pulled pork. Americans can't cope with the sausages in a jar. It's weird. It's strange. It really does feel like having a fetus in a jar. It's not right. It's not what God intended. I'm with Michael Herman. Canned or jarred hot dogs is always weird. I see that and I'm expecting pickled sausages. It's true. Typical hot dogs come in a plastic container with some sort of salt water. Just enough liquid to be messy and gross. I think a jar has less plastic exposure, so maybe it's good, question mark? Maybe. I don't know. The thing that annoys me the most about this every year is the name McKennedy. I don't know why. I just hate it. It is not an American name. We would call it McKennedy. Which is, like JFK. You know, the Kennedys. The fact that there's no K in McKennedy is like, I get what you're going for, but also you're wrong. Did I say it? It's alright. I saved. McKennedy would be a girl's first name in the U.S. Saren's just... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Kebby is just upset. I guess I just said it. Is that we use that as a boy's name in the U.S. And she's like, that's not right. That's not a boy's name over there. Excuse me. It's difficult. I've been calling her that for 3 months now. You have to give me some grace. But yes, they do. It's like, oh, I'm so knowledgeable on Welsh stuff. I've called my boy that. This is why I don't like Americans who pretend they're anything but American. You're wrong. Anyway, yeah, so that's the McKennedy update. I suppose we'll go back to Spyro, I suppose. There we go. Yeah, I'll do this, and then, I don't know, maybe we'll play some N2O or something. I remember there was a specific way you were supposed to do this, and I've completely forgotten that way. I care deeply about my American roots. That's why I've named my son Stephanie. Yes. Yes, that is unironically how it goes. And if you did this, you should be ashamed of yourself. These flight levels make me feel, as I play the game, like I'm watching a Savannah stream. Real shit. I just associate the flight levels with Savannah. This is a really, really shit attempt at a flight level. I think I went in here, right? I think that was it. I did this first. You do that, and then you go... Suddenly reminded of the cheeseburger sushi at the Yo Sushi counter in Tesco. Yeah! Cheeseburger sushi, I mean, it's no less authentic than the fucking California roll. I think I got a California roll Yo Sushi thing once, and I wasn't a fan. I don't know why. I don't even remember what was weird about it. I want a California roll. Maybe California rolls are good. Maybe I just got a bad one. I don't know. That's what you don't want. I might as well chase this guy around and then just get the other guys in the rebound. Discounted sushi, you brave souls. You sure are a college student. Three different varieties, shit was good. Hey, listen, sushi is good. And if you manage to get sushi that was discounted that didn't give you the shits or chlamydia, congratulations. That's good going. And sushi is good. I do love sushi. I had much sushi when I was with Debbie. It was good. We went to Yo Sushi again, and she figured out the chopsticks. I have a hard grip with the chopsticks, and I just kind of brute forced my way into being able to pick stuff up with them. But she did it. She did it. She got the chopsticks. We're very proud of her, honestly. They're tricky. I imagine, I don't know. I don't want to sound patronizing or anything, but they are tricky. There we go. Okay, I got the plane. No! Spyro, survive. Thrive. You've got this. You've got this, Doki. You're a machine. Maybe you don't got this. Maybe I fucked up. Oh, that was so close, too. Maybe you hit the first 2 barrels. And then you go in there. I think maybe that's closer. It's fine, I'll get him on the way back. Man, I'm not having much luck. Hold on. That's... Also, that's true. Chopsticks are fucked up. They only work if you don't follow the instructions on how to use chopsticks. They are weird. Ah! That was a big time loss. It's fine. Keep going. Keep rolling. It's those planes where I keep blowing it. This is so stressful. No stress. Remember what that game where you violently kill your boss said. No when, no want, no word. It's all good. That part did suck. Fuck. Man, this is not ideal with a D-pad, I'm gonna be honest. No, get the chest. There we go. I feel like they threw in the flight levels at the last minute to explain away the fact that Spyro can fly, because all the children are like, well, he's got wings. Why can't he fly? Maybe he did something to anger God. Nito. No. Come on. That would have been it. Fuck it. We can make flying stressful so you stop asking. I don't find it stressful. I find I'm here for the run. And I don't actually think I have to get it all in the same go. I think that I have just not bothered to check what the achievement set involves. Alright, that was good. That was good. We're like 2 seconds ahead. I say like I'm a world record pace and I'm not just a fuck ass. I just have to hope I banked up enough time that I can get the other trains. One last train, 15 seconds to do it. I think this is it. Maybe not. Ah, there it is. This is the run, chat. Gabby's like, I hope this is the run, so that way I can stop watching this. I'm not stressed at all. I'm cool as a hot dog in brine right now. I can't believe she's got free Wi-Fi and didn't think to tune into my stream. That said, even if you do buy the expensive Wi-Fi on planes, they don't let you stream video on them. I don't know why. They really don't want you taking up their resources, I suppose. That was really good. That was really good. Chat, we're jellyfishing right now. Where's the other one? Might just be worth it to just fly this way and hope we hit the train. Oh, yes! Ooh, yes. That was nice. That was nice. No, I'm quite happy with that, thank you. We do not have to do them all in one go. We just have to 100% it. So I will remember that for future flight levels. So, yeah, I think we're just ready for the boss. And then that'll be 2 hours. And I think I might take the last hour to just grab some of my PS1 saves and maybe show you guys them. Because I think that would be fun. Some of the ones that I played while I was in Wales. I don't know. I would like to leave a little bit of Spyro 1, hopefully for Savannah to be able to catch. Because this is her game, you know? Her series, anyway. You know what's crazy, by the way? Despite that I'm in hardcore, you can still do the speed up. This is very nice, and it does not necessarily make everything easier. That's the other thing also. Toasty! Ow, fucker. These dogs are tricky. By tricky, I mean you just gotta time it correctly. There you go. I think Toasty is the one where you just flame his ass a couple times and then it turns out he's a bunch of sheep in a trench coat. Me too. Man. I am apparently not aiming correctly. Sheep gimme. Oh. So sweet. Oh, come on. Oh, that's another thing that they arbitrarily changed that I completely forgot. Sparks does not change color in the Japanese version, so you don't know how much health you have. Why is this? I don't know. I don't know. Usually games are easier in Japan. Fun fact. When they make, when they bring games over to the West, they make them harder. But for whatever reason, Japanese Spyro 1 is harder. No! Fuck. That's it. That's the trick. Flame, and then jump and flame. Because once you've activated him, your second flame will reach him on the jump. That's it. Gotta be careful out here. It's a little dicey.
ここにはカボチャ頭のカカシがボス面してのさばっている。
そんなやつ僕
There he is. Yep. You need a mod where Spyro is replaced with Sherlock. She can fly, breathe fire, and speak Japanese. Yes, she can. I've seen it. It's very impressive. She's so talented. Pigo. I still think it'd be really funny to have the Horn of Conjuring from that one Quake expansion, but it summons a dire guinea pig. Yeah. And the guinea pig, it is invincible, and it chews on everything, but then it only lasts 30 seconds, and then it goes back to its home. So this is, I think, well, there's one more level. But I want to say that's everything I want to play for right now for this. So we'll just go ahead and save it. I'm going to assume this is saving. Sufficient. Sufficient. Rah. Alright, we're going to go back to idle while I set up some bullshit. So, let's see here. Kibdi. Kibdi is so good. Kibdi not fearsome. Kibdi like food. Food gummy. So tasty. Yeah, here's where I dump the memory card stuff. So... PS1 saves. So I did... So in 3 months, I did European Robotron X, Quake 2. Quake 2 was good. PAL Gran Turismo, the Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection, Tempest X3, Japanese Robotron X, Arcade Party Pack, Williams Arcade Greatest Hits, ZVS 3D/G+, and N2O Nitrous Oxide. We'll show off... I mean, the Robotron X's are all look the same. I don't know if I've played that actually on stream at all. I will do that then. I'll play a little bit of that, because I think my discovering how to make these games playable post-dates me last streaming a Robotron thing. I also did start Ms. Pac-Man Maze Madness, which I didn't beat. And I don't really have an interest in it right now, but it is on my physical memory card, so I can burn a CDR and play it through Tony Hacks whenever I choose. But, we'll do... Yeah, we'll do the Arcade Party Pack. So we'll do 3 in total. So let me just grab these real quick. Thanks for staying on the line. Your call is very important to us. Still Bowie. What's everyone up to? Aside from trying to stay awake. I know it's late. We will go like another 45 minutes and call it good. Eepy and comfy. So nice. Oh, so nice. So that's N2O downloaded. And then I will while I wait for stuff to download. Swap the controllers back around. There it is. Alright, so as far as clock control, we'll do that. Controller presets. Do I have a Robotron one? I do, actually. I do have one. Perfect. We'll apply that one. Because that seems like a good place to start. Gonna head to bed after this. Gotta wake up at 8 to do Sherlock meds. Another hour or two of sleep after that before window shopping with my mother. Don't feel like you gotta stay up, man. I know it's late over there. I know I started late, so I really don't want to keep you up. It's all good. I'm just going to be rambling and showing off a couple of games that you literally sat with me while I played. So don't feel like you're missing out on anything. If you really want to get your sleep, I would say sleep is more important. If anything, the fact that this was so spur of the moment is probably why, like, Wolfie didn't show up and a couple other people, because they don't know what's happening, which is all right. We're just getting back into it. There's nothing really like crucial. We'll get into the Spyro earlier and proper next week. And then I just have to set the memory card correctly. Alright, here we go. So, I've streamed Robotron 64 before, but I've never streamed Robotron X. And that is because I didn't think it was very good. I'll show you even. It's like, it's nauseatingly like 10 FPS the entire fucking time. On console, but when you play it on emulator, you have the ability to overclock the emulator to be able to play it correctly. There we go. So as a result, it goes from being really hard to follow what's going on to a really, really good time. So we will go back to transition. It's funny, we're going from one Japanese-based game to another. We'll fast forward through some stuff. There's our cheeky fucker. And I shall load... I'll drop in at 101. That's good. Yeah. When you overclock the emulator, you get a solid 60 FPS, and it becomes much, much easier to tell what the hell is going on. And that meant that this game went from being, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and it kind of freaks me out, to like a really good zone-out game. And I have beaten it 3 times this year. You could tell by the fact that I just died immediately. music is really, really good too. I think the music is unironically like it's great. It's like this constant throbbing gabber beat that never stops. But there is some other techno influences also, electronica influences in there also, which is cool. It's actually because this was the soundtrack was a collaboration between two guys. He's gonna fucking there we go. Two guys. Aubrey Hodges, who is a longtime composer. He did the music for the Doom 64, for the PlayStation version of Doom, all these different things. It was him, and it was a guy named Danny Lewis. Is the cool older brother in a sitcom plays in the background. I don't know what the fuck sitcoms you know about. I've never seen a cool older brother in any sitcom. If I did, you'd be correct, but I've never seen this. This is fake news. Anyway, so it was a guy named Danny Lewis, aka Techno Man. And one of the Robotron songs is actually on vinyl as its own release. And I've had it on my want list for a little bit because I do want to get it. But yeah, once you overclock it, here, tell you what. I'm going to turn the overclock off so you can see the difference. The only sitcom I know you've watched is Red Dwarf. Well, what sitcoms have the cool older brother? Maybe I have seen it. Anyway, this is what it normally looks like. It's slightly more difficult to tell what the hell is going on. Slightly more nauseating, also. And I feel like this is something that could have gotten solved. I feel like they could have written the renderer slightly more efficiently, or like pushed fewer polygons, or anything. This is fine. This is just how video games are meant to look. The other thing I do is that I map an actual controller with thumbsticks to use the thumbsticks for the cool fire, because otherwise you'd have to use your D-pad and the buttons, and that's not great for Robotron. Much better. But once someone told me this and I tried it and it worked, I'm like, wow, I actually really like this game now. So I've now beaten it 3 times on all 3 versions. I can do, also, cheeky little cheats to... Oops. That was my own fault. That would be my big fat ass. But yeah, once you get into a groove with it, it's just like 25-30 levels at a time. Oh, it's great. It's really, really good. This is like proper, really good zone out game with a really cool soundtrack. Update, Blorbotron. Which one's your Blorbo? Which one's your Blorbo? I like the vacuum guy. He's good for those really lonely nights on the Robotron stages. He sucks. Who's your Blorbo? There's also the donuts. They are so nice. So sweet. The gun has a good beat. Yeah. Oh, I like the score also. Yeah, the score, because the thing is, it's supposed to look like a 3D version of a Robotron stage. So it's laid out like a Robotron stage, like Robotron 2084. It's laid out like that, but it's in 3D, and I think that's cool as hell. So yeah, it's got a good aesthetic to it. It's definitely kind of odd looking. Like the neon stage, it reminds me of when people build nightclubs in Roblox. This feels like a Roblox game for like ADHD children. There is another camera view which you can use. It's an overhead in an attempt to make things a little bit more like the arcade game. It's not because it's skulls, but it is closer. I don't like this quite as much, but it works. But yeah, once I found out about the overclocking thing especially, I'm like, oh my god, what do you mean I can actually like play this game and it's a good time as opposed to being a fucking 10 FPS mess. I like the brain people. I know they're supposed to be in lab coats, but they kind of, I don't know, they got really long, flowy things on them, which I'm like, oh, that's nice. Also, your scores suffer when you've been slightly imbibing. You'll be surprised to hear in this game. But yes, I've beaten it 3 times, so I certainly don't need to beat it up more. And all of those are on my safekeeping memory card. I'm gonna play until I get an extra life. You get an extra life every 25,000 points, and you'll see that you get a Robotron guy who flies out to the live counter. Do you get gun upgrades in this game? So what you get are power-ups. I haven't encountered any organically, but I can make one spawn real quick. So you see that orb that I just picked up? That gives you a temporary gun upgrade for a triple shot. It's also a triple shot with a mine layer. There's a 2-shot. There is a flamethrower. There's a sonic wave. And then you get ones that will make you run faster, and then ones that will just straight up give you an extra life, which are very helpful. In fact, if I were to go back to the start and fast forward until it goes into the attract mode, it'll go into the power-ups. Here it is. Inspired by his never-ending quest for progress, 2084 man builds a species of robot so advanced man is inferior to his own creation. Guided by their infallible logic, they conclude that the human race is inferior and must be destroyed. You are the last hope of mankind. Due to a genetic engineering error, you possess superhuman powers. Your mission is to stop the Robotrons and save the last human family. This is the thing, by the way, in the original arcade game. That all is in the original arcade game. Also, by the way, do you see the top and bottom borders? That's just the texture sheets for the game. They just used that. They just reused it, which I find great. Anyway, here's the different robots. So you get the spheroids, the tanks, Quarks, enforcers, electrodes. Here's Dad. He's got a briefcase. That's how you know he's Dad. That's Mom. She enjoys being abducted by aliens because she's fucking kinky. You get Mikey. He's got a 69 shirt, which is how you know he's cool as fuck. You got Gramps, who has a glowing, flashing cane. And here's your power-up. So you got the 2-way, the 3-way, the 4-way, which is the 3-way with the mines, Pulse Wave, which is really not all that useful, but you do get it sometimes. Flamethrower, legitimately useful. This thing can take down a gigantic green brain in like 2 seconds. 1-up, gives you an extra life. Shield, that's also really helpful because it lets you tank a bunch of splooge to the face. Speed up, not that useful, but it is nice to have. And then there is also, is that everything? Yes, 3rd time's the charm I put in. That's me. That's my score. 1,103,200. So, that's Robotron for you. Robotron X. If you overclock the emulator, it becomes quite fun and not insane. I promise. Let's turn it back to RAFnet. Switch out the memory card, and I will do, since we were just on the topic of arcade stuff, the arcade party pack, which if you're aware of, let me turn off the overclock, so it doesn't need an overclock. But if you're aware of Namco Museum, which is kind of like the go-to, like, oh, this is an arcade compilation for PS1 games, there's a better option. Digital Eclipse has these series of Midway and Atari comps, which are like legitimately fantastic and emulated and perfect. And Arcade Party Pack has a couple later 80s, early 90s ones, which you might very well recognize. So you get, check this out. You get Tubin, which is a weird kind of like lazy river rafting game. Clax is a classic. It's a classic. 720, not all that big a fan, but it is like an overhead kind of skating game, kind of like the standard before Tony Hawk existed. Smash TV, it's Robotron for the 90s. Rampage, it's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Super Sprint, which was the game that got me fucking hooked. So we'll play a little bit of some of them. Yeah. I don't know how accurate the plug-and-play joysticks are, but I used to have them as well. Those are fun. Clax is pretty fun. So what you're supposed to do is you are supposed to get Claxes. So Claxes are 3 tiles in a row, 3 tiles in a column, or 3 tiles diagonally. So, oh no, I have Flux on. So I didn't realize that they weren't the same color. I thought the purple and the red were the same color. Oh, by the way, hello Doge Code. Sorry, I didn't notice that it was a different person in the chat. My bad. I didn't notice that wasn't white. Oh my god, my Flux is so strong. Holy shit. Let's try that again. I've turned the Flux off. I have a screen yellower that makes it a lot nicer to look at. But it does mean that I can't tell my colors apart. Fuck. That's fine. I'll go with diagonals. Yes, parchment mode is a really great way to put it. So let's go for the big kahuna. Yeah, that'll work. I'll go with the... oops. I don't know if it's a duck station problem or what, but I do have a problem with this game where the paddle will just like randomly wander off. I don't know why that is, but it obviously makes it quite difficult to play. Yeah, it just did it again. I did not do that. And now it's not responding. Okay. So, Clax does not work correctly on Duck Station for whatever reason. I do. I have it on straight orange. I literally have it set to candlelight. Clax is really good. You can get it on Midway Arcade Treasures on PS2, which is the preferred way to play it. But, anyway. Let me tell you about a little game called Super Sprint. Have you ever seen Micro Machines? Super Sprint is that for arcade games. Check this shit out. I'm the blue car. This game got me fucking hooked for like a week straight. I currently suck at it, as I tend to do when you've been drinking and driving. Oops. This is not a really good showing, but anyway. Have you ever had a dream that you were... that you want him to do you so much you could do anything? Anyway. There was a Flash game on the CBBS website that was like this, but you were controlling sled dogs. I believe it. I really got into this. For whatever strange reason, I really got into this game. This is the most difficult course in the game. You saw it. There was only 9 of them. There we go. So, or 8 of them, excuse me. You can, by the way, fly off this bridge and die. That is a thing. You can just fly off the bridge and explode. It's pretty great. But yeah, you're the blue car. Try to make it to the finish before your opponents. And let me tell you, I know that was a shit show. But when you get it going, yeah, higher top speed is good. When you get it going, like on a course like this, where you get this like crazy loop-de-loop, and then you're like, goes ham. This game is fun as fuck. I'm surprised I'd never heard of this game. Oh god. It's on Midway Arcade Treasures, but I just never played it, because there's like 40 fucking games on that compilation. Yeah, that guy won first. I came in last place. That's okay. But I got really, really into this game. Yeah, here's the easiest course in the game. I don't like that you can bounce into the other cars. I know that makes sense, but I really wish you just pass through each other, because you do get pile-ups. Yeah, that's satisfying. Like, just when you navigate a course well enough, it's just satisfying. You know? So I really got into this for a little bit. And I probably would be even better at it if it wasn't for the cider, but... And there's no lives, but the thing is that, whoever comes first wins, you know what I mean? Which makes sense, I suppose. But there's all these, like, it goes up, it goes underneath. There's, like, these side roads that you have to, like, navigate correctly. You blow up, helicopter. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, anyway. That game got me super hooked. Yeah, it's cute. It's very fun. Like I said, it is like Micro Machines, basically, but with Formula 1 cars. And Atari did do a version of it. I don't remember the name of it, but they did a version of it later on that included weapons. So I guess it's like Spy Hunter mixed with Super Sprint, which is pretty fun. And in Smash TV, we were just playing Robotron. We got to play a little bit of Smash TV. For whatever reason, I cannot get this game to recognize my analog sticks. I just can't. Or at least I got it to recognize the left one. But I'm pretty sure that's because there's a setting in DuckStation for it. But for the shooting, I'm having to use the face buttons. It's unfortunate. This game came out in '99. Not Smash TV, but Arcade Party Pack. So it should support the DualShock. I cannot get it to recognize the DualShock. So, yeah. For whatever reason, this game has issues with that. But otherwise, I mean, it is classic, you know? And you get the guy who pops up in the corner with the babes who are scary, and he's scary. And if you go to one of the bonus rooms, they have money stuffed in other bras because it was 1991. and that's just what he did. I think this game is actually supposed to take place in a shitty future where they make people compete in these horrific, violent like survival gauntlets. It's pretty crazy, but this game is very fun. Smash TV is a classic. Robotron is a classic. This is just Robotron for a slightly different hero. You know what I mean? But yeah, these digital Eclipse arcade packs really impressed me. Because, especially Super Sprint, did you notice how high res it was? That's impressive. For the PS1, that's really good going. That was 640 by 480. So the PS1 does not run in 640 by 480 for the most part. So the fact that it is properly emulated and running at such a high res, like these games are running better than the Namco Museum ones, which are done in they're rebuilt. I think, in fact, fun fact, there was a gaming magazine, I don't remember which one, but they had reported on Namco Museum, and the Digital Eclipse guys literally did letters to the editor writing into them to say, it's not an emulation. We do emulation. Digital Eclipse built their name off of emulation. Like, they would do emulated versions of arcade machines for like Windows 95, and then the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color had the Zilog Z80 inside it, which a lot of early arcade machines used as their main processor as well. So they were able to make a really accurate version of these games run on the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance, because it's the same instruction set. It's just and it's the same speed, obviously. It's just that it's using different sound and graphic hardware. You know what I mean? So as a result, that stuff had to be translated, but the actual way that the game runs doesn't, and it made it feel very accurate in a way that previous, like, if you played Ms. Pac-Man on the Genesis, that had to be rebuilt. It was not an emulation, it was a recreation. A really good one, don't get me wrong, but a recreation nonetheless. This was like, you're playing the arcade one. If you know any of the little hacks and bugs that you can exploit in these games, you can use them in the Digital Eclipse versions, that sort of deal. Here we are. Here's the bonus room. Check this out, right? They got money stuffed in their bras and everything. And yes, big money, big prizes. I love it. That includes roadsters and new toasters and VCRs. But you do get ass fucking just rammed at the start as a result of your greed. Your avarice causes you to all that shit. So. No way. That is Arcade Party Pack. That was another thing that took up a bunch of my time. And then finally, the one that most recently took up my time, the one that I want to show you guys before I sign off for the night, is... I gotta swap memory cards. One moment. This is another one that has a really fantastic soundtrack. Kebby, you're gonna recognize this. N2O Nitrous Oxide. This game runs at 60 FPS the entire time, which is great. So the whole idea is that it is like Tempest, but basically a version of Tempest that is meant to be as disorientating as possible. So it's effectively Polybius, if Polybius got a 3D remake. So you're in a tunnel and you're spinning, and you could turn the spinning off, but I found it slightly difficult to get used to that. And you shoot bugs, and the bugs give you coins, and you can level up the coins, and the coins are really useful because you can either use them for extra lives, like, just getting, more points, or you can spend them on firewalls, which are smart bombs. This game is a fucking trip. I mean, if you're a 90s electronica rave kind of person, the music in this game was done entirely by a group called the Crystal Method. And this is like if frequency wasn't a rhythm game. You're right. This is exactly like that. So I'd heard about this game for a while, but never tried it. And then I was like, well, what the fuck? I've got nothing but time. I'm waiting until I go back to the US and give it a go. And then I did. And I didn't like it at first. I didn't quite get it. I was like, man, it feels really weird. And then I started really getting into it. So yeah, you can see you can use your 88 credits for 1 firewall, 2 firewalls, or no firewalls with a, different score bonus to each one. So I prefer for the first 15 levels, there's 30 in total, to just dump all my money into extra lives. But yeah, each tunnel is different in terms of the aesthetic, and then their excuse in the game is that every time a monster spawns in the tunnel, which obviously happens as levels go on, more nitrous oxide gets released into the tunnels, which makes your runner, which runs on nitrous oxide, go faster. That is their excuse for why the game speeds up. This really does just feel like, I mean, you saw Robotron X, the way it took Robotron and made it for the 90s. And then there was Tempest, Xevious, these all got their 90s remakes with techno music and a bunch of rainbow bullshit. This is like if Polybius got that. In a really good way. I mean, obviously Polybius wasn't real. There's speculation that Polybius was originally based on an early version of Tempest that spun and got people really sick, because this is, to be fair, not for everybody, we'll put it. But yeah, this feels like if Polybius got a 90s remake, basically. And there's other weapons too. Yeah, there's also the bonus stages. Those bonus stages are good because they let you get a bunch of extra coinage. Your focus is really on leveling up the coins. Don't focus on the enemies. Focus on trying to get a coin, because every time you shoot it, it changes color. You want to try to get one that is 4 coins in one every single time. You're not going to, but you try to get that as much as possible, because those coins are going to determine how many extra lives you have. And you will bank, if you do it successfully, you will bank 20 extra lives at any given moment. And then you can start thinking if you really want firewalls or anything. But especially if you're playing it on easy or normal, you're really not going to need them all that much. Especially if you've got the extra lives in the flow. Let's go for 200 extra. Let's do 200 coins. And the music is great too. The music is effectively a DJ mix based on the Crystal Method's first album, Vegas. It's got shortened, and I've heard mono versions of songs from there, plus a couple of extra ones. Most notably, and the one that got me really excited, is the original mix of Now Is the Time, which was on Gran Turismo 2 in a remix. And I heard that sample, which is a Martin Luther King sample of him going, "Now is the time." And it's like, oh my god, I know that sample. And it got me so hyped, It's really good. But yeah. So this again, it runs at a solid 60 FPS the entire time, and it's just a really good shooty tunnel runner. I really like this one. This game is bonkers, and it's really fun. As soon as you get used to it. Because the thing is, if you watch the tutorial, it will go like, oh, there's all this shit, there's all these extra guys, there's all these bonuses, there's all these combos. Ignore all that bullshit. You don't need to pay attention to any of them to have a really good time, But the whole idea is that it kind of gives Tempest the wipeout treatment, you know what I mean? wipe out, you know, the really fast everything. Just go ham. Just go ham to do it. You have one button and you just shoot. But I got really into this game for a little while, and I still really like it. I did beat it. I did finally beat it. And I actually had to beat it twice, because Cabby was in the room when I was like, I did it! I beat it for the first time! And then I didn't save the high score for whatever fucking reason, which meant I had to beat it again, and then I beat that high score. Not by much, it was like by a couple of like 10,000. But I beat it. And then I saved it. I made sure that it saved. So, yeah. I was like, hell yeah. N2O Nitrous Oxide. It's a good game. And again, the Crystal Method soundtrack is fucking amazing. I'm gonna have to pick up Vegas at some point. Dig into them. I like. It's funny. I'm a rock guy by trade and by heart, and I feel like Big Beat is pretty close. It's sort of like the AC/DC Back in Black of electronic music, right? It's stupid, but you can't help but like it. And I feel like that's kind of what Big Beat is, you know, Fatboy Slim and all that. Let me show you what the firewalls do real quick. Yeah, the tunnels, they start warping and getting all funny. And sometimes it does actually block your view of things, which is mildly annoying. This game is not perfect, but it is a lot of fun. This is very much a Cammy game. As soon as I saw it, I was like, how did it take me all this time to play this? You know? It just sounds like a game that I would have grown up with. And it feels like a game you would have found on a demo disc, and like it would have horrified you, but it never quite leaves you also. And then you kind of get into it as you go. I knew this game would have scared me if I was a kid. Like if I was little and I was playing it, this game would freak the fuck out of me. I know it. But I would have been fixed. I would have been like, I gotta keep playing it. Anyway, that's what a firewall looks like. But then you also get these special weapons. You get like that, which is a heat-seeking missile. Firewall. And then you also get shields, which you deploy with triangle, and it does that. And there are these fucking enemies that show up in the second half of the game that will just throw this beam out. And it's not a beam that lasts forever, but it's a beam that lasts a long time. That's when you deploy your shields and then nuke them in their stupid fucking faces. Anyway, eventually you start getting bosses. Here's the boss for this one. He's pretty easy as far as the bosses go, but you just kind of like get up there and let him have it. Oops. Game over, man. Bull. Let's see what rank it gives me. Sure, Q. I'm not saving the score anyway. I've gotten the rank of awesome. Hells yeah. Damn right, that was awesome. This game is great. This is a good time to play it. But as far as that goes, I will transition. Alright, chat. That was a slightly more off the cuff and haphazard stream than I had intended. But I'm glad that I did get something in. And we will continue with Spyro and all that stuff. I was glad to give you a taste of what I've been playing for the last 3 months. My brain is mush. I promise you I will read books instead. I'll be so smart to make up for the spinny, neon, throbbing techno beat games that I've been indulging in. They're good. They're really fun. Ready for college. Oh, he's so smart. I'm gonna get Sherlock to write my papers for me. I'll give her letos. Reading so much Warrior Cats. Hells yeah. I found, actually, while I was sorting out stuff in my room, I'm like, oh, I have the Redwall audiobooks. I still gotta listen to those. Sherlock's good at that. She's so smart. She's so sweet. She go bull. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm glad I got something in. What I am going to do for the rest of my evening is probably play on the E-Machines box now it's all fixed up. Check your CMOS batteries, kids, because that might be why your computer don't work. I don't even think do modern computers even have CMOS batteries? I think they do. They got to keep the date and time somehow. But anyway, I love you all. I will be back next Tuesday, I promise, and we will continue Ripto the Dragon, Japanese, for the Sega Genesis. And hopefully people will have a little bit more forewarning so they'll actually show up. But thanks to the 3 people who did show up. Actually 4. Dogecode showed up for a little bit. I love you guys. I'll see you back here next week. I really did miss the streams. I do really want to do more of them. Spyro Trilogy, Super Mario Galaxy, and then probably Pac-Man World. And then we'll do some fuzzy stuff for Christmas. It's going to be a good rest of the year. It's going to be really, really good. I'm feeling very, very good given that I've come back from, a really good vacation. Normally I'm sad, but I feel good. So I hope you're feeling good as well. I'll see you guys soon. I love you. And enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.